Hi everybody, welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Rachel and this is Lemonade Stitching, and this is my January 2024 update. I actually have so much to show you guys. I'm so excited. I don't know where all these projects came from, but apparently I have done a lot of work since I last talked to you guys. Before I jump into stitching, I do have a couple of announcements, life updates that I want to share with you guys. The first one, some of you may have guessed from my whip parade or saw on Instagram, but I got engaged. I got engaged back in December, about a week before Christmas on December 13th, and it was amazing. I'm so happy. I wasn't ready to formally announce it in my whip parade just because like it had just happened and I was still telling friends and family, but I also didn't feel the need to like take my ring off for it, so you do see the ring in that video. But this is my formal announcement that I am engaged. I am very excited. I did know it was coming, but it was still really special for us, and yeah, that's that. Just wanted to formally announce that. But I hope everyone had a great holiday season. Safe travels wherever you went. We went up to New York to see my family, and we were also able to stop in Ohio and see Graham's family for a night on the way back. And it was good. It was weird going back home after being here for 6 months, but I was really happy to be able to go see some friends and family. And something really awesome happened while we were home. It was actually Christmas Eve, and I was the Silver Flosstuber of the Week over on Just Keep Stitching. So I got a shout out from Pam and Steph, and I swear to you, I was literally watching Christmas movies like on Christmas Eve, and my phone lit up, and it was that I had been mentioned by Pam and Steph, and I was like, oh my gosh, like freaking out. Best Christmas present ever. So I just want to give them a big thank you. I'm so appreciative. I love watching their videos. I usually watch them at work while I'm working on stuff, and it's just great. They're always so happy and cheery and just brighten my day. But I also want to say welcome to everyone who came over from their channel or based on their recommendation. This is my first video since that, so welcome. I just kind of want to give you guys a little introduction if you didn't go all the way back to the beginning and hear about me through some of my other videos. But I am 24 years old and I live in Lexington, Kentucky with my fiance Graham, as well as our cute little black and white kitten Sybil. She'll probably make an appearance because I'm sitting on the living room floor, but we'll see how long that takes her to start causing problems. I moved down here in May of 2023 from upstate New York, Rochester specifically. Western, upstate, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But I'm absolutely loving it. We actually have our first big snowfall today, which is exciting. I love it, being from upstate New York. Everyone else in the city is like freaking out. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Sybil is mesmerized by the snow. And yeah, we'll see how much longer I decide to love it, but today it's bringing me a lot of joy. I obviously love to cross stitch. I also like to read. I like to travel, I like to go thrifting, and I am the kind of person who rewatches the same shows over and over again, and yeah, I don't know, that's the kind of main things about me, I think. Hopefully you guys enjoy my Flosstube videos and you choose to stay around and like some of the projects that you see. I feel like I do a good job of not stitching everything that everybody else is doing, but also I am very easily influenced, so I have a lot of things on my wish list that everybody else has been working on. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into stitching. Like I said, I have a lot to show you guys, and one of the things I'm gonna try and do better this year is show progress pictures from like one Flosstube to the next. And so I definitely didn't do that for my last Flosstube video, but I remembered to take pictures of all my progress at my whip parade. When I was filming that, I just took pictures of everything all at once. So for any projects that I show you guys, I'm gonna show progress pictures from my whip parade, which was like 3 weeks, I think, after my last Flosstube update. So there is some progress that happened between those two periods of time, but my whip parade was like 10 minutes long, so I'm hoping everyone just watched that and saw the progress then. But if not, everything still looks great anyway. So that's what we're gonna do. Without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm gonna start with my FFO that I have, and that is January by Crochet A Go-Go, and I stitched this 2/2 on 32 count beautiful beige linen. I do have my notes on my computer when I'm looking down. And of course, per all the other monthly series of these that I've done so far, I don't have it with me. It's at work and I always forget it to bring it home. And I also didn't even take a fully finished photo of it, so I only have a picture of the finish. But I just finished this on some sticky board with some turquoise aqua fabric behind it, and then I added magnets so I could hang it up on my desk at work. And that is, you can kind of visualize what the FFO looks like based on this picture. I know it's not the best, but it's what we're working with. I'll do better. I'll do better. I'll try to do better. That is my only FFO. I do have another finish though. I wasn't expecting to have it quite so soon this year. I definitely wanted to have it before February 1st, but I didn't know when that was gonna happen. And that is my Love Bug Sampler by Sprouting Lupine. And it is gorgeous. I'm not really sitting very well. I can't see what you guys can see. But here it is. It is on 32 count Sprite Lugana by Picture This Plus, and this was part of the hashtag Love Bug Sale that was started back in 2023 by Marjorie Maid. Let me fold this. I haven't trimmed the extra fabric yet, obviously. But here it is. I did a purple conversion. The lighting today is a little rough, so I hope it's okay. I hope you guys can see it. I did my own purple conversion just with all DMC colors. And I love her. She's so pretty. I'm so glad that I was able to finish it before the 1-year anniversary. And so this is gonna go into the finished pile. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. It doesn't really match my decor or my lack of decor, but I don't know. I might make a bag out of it, honestly, but it's probably going to be a while before I finish it completely. And then after finishes, I have a couple of new starts, and both of these I've talked about a little bit. So if you've watched my videos before, you probably have heard about them. But first is February by Crochet A Go-Go. This is the next one in the series. I'm stitching all of the little monthlies of this series and finishing them all the same way and stitching them all on 32 count beautiful beige 2/2. So this is February. I decided to do a middle start this time because I can't count to save my life. I can't count, I can't measure, so it's not even worth risking it. So this is where February is. I think I'm almost done with the bottom half. I just have like some flowers to go over here and then the border. I guess I could show you the finished picture. That would make more sense. I'm a little rusty in my floss tube, to be honest. I'm out of practice. Here is February. So that is that. Not too much to say about it, but I love it. It's coming out super cute. And I did do some color conversion on that one, just from stash, because that's my goal for that whole series, is to stitch mostly from stash for the floss. But I'm also keeping the colors like generally the same as they were called for, just slightly different. My next new start is Autumn's Glow by Les Petits Croix de Lucie. Sorry for butchering that in my basic American accent. But this is from Just Cross Stitch magazine, October of 2023. And I have talked about this one a little bit in my video before, but I am just obsessed with this and I want it in my house. I want it hanging up come this September, October. So I knew I needed to start this one. There's Sybil making her appearance. And this is how far I got. It's still in the hoop because I've been working on it. I need to get one of those boards that everyone uses, like styrofoam boards. But again, I did a middle start, so I'm working on the lantern. And I think I've only worked on this 2 times. and it is on 2/2 on 28 count tea dyed linen, and it's just like DMC Charles Craft linen from Michaels, which is why it's such an open weave. I did want to get something a little fancier for this, but given how much stuff I anticipate myself starting this year, I was like, this is good enough. It's a nice like natural color. So that is that. There's so many colors in this. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'll show you guys the ring. I'm using all the called for DMCs. And there's a ton. They're a mess. I need to organize them differently probably, but it's just like when there's color changes all the time, I don't want to have, hey. When there's color changes all the time, I don't want to have to like unwind the bobbins and stuff, so this is the mess that we're dealing with. And then there's also, okay. You need to go play somewhere else. Sorry about that. Apparently, I should not ever film here ever again. But there's also going to be a few blended threads, but I'm just going to bobbin those, or like put them on these bobbins as they come up. I wasn't going to like pull threads for them until I needed them. So that is Autumn's Glow. I'm obsessed with it. I'm hoping to have this finished by September so that I can frame it and put it on the wall. I'll just frame it myself. I'm feeling pretty confident about my framing abilities lately, so hopefully that stays like that. And that is it for my 2 new starts. The rest of my projects are whips, so these are the ones that will have progress pictures from my whip parade. And if you've seen any of my videos, you've probably seen these before, because when you only have 8 whips, you repeat them quite a bit. So I just messed up my piles, so now they're out of order. But first, I'm gonna go with Autumn in the City. And this is the cover photo for Autumn in the City. This is another pattern by Crochet A Go Go. I hope the lighting is okay. I really don't want to film this a 3rd time. I'm doing this with all the called for DMC flosses, and I'm stitching it 2/2 on a 32 count taupe Lugana. And this is where I'm at. So this is, I've done the full width, or I've done the full top border of the project. And then since I've showed you guys this last, I've finished the little like flower mushroom motif in the middle and started on this other house. I am really out of practice today. And I did have to do a little fudging in here because I made a mistake on this yellow house, and I stitched it too far over by 1 stitch. So I'm just correcting that by making this building like 1 stitch narrower. But you can't even tell because I had lost the color of the first part of the building, so I just kind of skipped over it, and we'll have to go back. I did find the color, it was just in a different project bag. So I have a habit of moving colors around, which is like better for my budget, but not better for when I'm stitching and can't find the color that I need next. Because as you know, I can't count, so it's dangerous when we have to skip over sections. But I like how that one's coming along. I'm in no rush to finish this one. It is a big piece, and I just do it when it calls to me. And this week it called to me on like Friday night, so that is what I did then. Next, I have Birdhouse Garden, and this, pardon the zipper, is a sunset kit that was started by my grandma, and this is the cover photo. I have to remember to hide my face or else it's gonna focus on me. And this is from a long time ago. I don't even... I can't find it. But it's old. I know that. Old to me. So that is a cover photo, and like I said, this was started by my grandma, and it was started on 14 count ivory Aida that came in the kit. And it's just 2/1 on the Aida kit colors. This is where we are. Hope the lighting's okay. I did digitize this pattern, I hope that's the right word. just because my paper copy is absolutely falling apart. Like there's a lot of sections on it where I can't even read the symbols, especially where the pattern's been folded for decades. So I copied it into Max Stitch and printed off my own like working copy, just that was easier to go along with, and that version is 9 pages long, and I have officially finished the first page. There's a lot of progress on all the pages, but that's the only one that I've like confirmed finished. And honestly, the second and third page are probably done too. I just haven't checked in a couple weeks, so that might be a project for today. I'll think warm thoughts working on this while it's snowing outside. Next, and that one, I don't necessarily have a finish goal for that one. I don't want it to take forever. I'd love for my grandma to be able to see it while she's still alive, but I don't know. I don't have any firm plans for that one. It'll probably be framed though. It'll probably be framed in like a standard way. I might put money into that one though. I might get that one professionally done and like do a mat and stuff just because it's so sentimental, but we'll see. Next, I have Friends, and this is from Happy Sloth Patterns on Etsy, and I have a picture up here for you guys because I don't have the cover photo printed. And this one I've been working on for years, so this is a hard must be done this year, and honestly I'm getting pretty close to a finish where it could probably be done in the next month or two if I just work on it. I do have a road trip coming up. We're driving up to Michigan for a wedding, which is 6 hours there, 6 hours back. So hopefully, if I don't finish it on that trip, I'll just need to work on it like 1 or 2 more times to get it done. But this is where we are with Friends. I have 5 out of 6 characters complete. I just have Ross to finish. I've done his hair, his little shirt, and started his jacket. I'm saving his skin for last because I hate stitching the skin on these. That is probably my least favorite part of each of these characters. But does it make sense to say that for last? Probably not, but that's just where we're at. I might alternate back and forth and do like 1 strand of red for the jacket, 1 strand of the face, 1 strand of red, 1 strand of the face, but it'll depend on how I feel when I pick it up. But thankfully there's only 2 colors left, and then this is done, and I think I've decided that this is going to be turned into a project bag, because it's just not something I want displayed on my wall, and I'd rather like get use out of it in a different way. So that is the plan with Friends. And my last whip to show you guys, and I just realized I didn't even pause to put up the progress pictures for each of those, so hopefully when I'm editing these I found a creative way to do that. So okay, last whip to show you guys is Celtic Noel, and let me hold up the cover photo. All right, and I don't think I've worked on this since my whip parade, so there actually isn't progress since the whip parade, which is a bummer. But I'm gonna show it nonetheless because I worked on it since my last Flosstube and I'm obsessed with her. So this is Celtic Noel, and she is stitched 2/2 on 28 count natural linen. I don't have more information on this one. This was gifted to me as like a started project, and I am finishing it. So I have worked down both sides, and I finished her like shoulder, arm, top of her dress, and all of her hair. And I think there were just a couple of stitches that I had to put in on her face, but I think her face was mostly done when I received it. So she is so gorgeous. Again, plans for her, I definitely want to display her. I want to display all the Celtic ladies in my house, and my current vision is to have like 1 designated place that I can switch them out with each season, so that there's just 1 showing at a time. She's the first one I've started working on, so I'm not necessarily in a rush to get it done. I don't see it happening, but sorry, my SD card ran out of storage. But as I was saying, she's more of a seasonal stitch slash just when I'm in the mood. So I think it'll be a little bit before she's finished, but that's okay because I just want to enjoy the process. I am stitching it on all the called for linens and metallic DMC thread, and I will be using the called for beads once I get to that point, but it is a ways away as of right now. Yeah, those are all the projects I've worked on, but I do have some plans, ideas, whatever that I wanted to share with you guys. And these are just things that I have kind of in the works for this year. No like firm, I'm gonna start it on this day, I'm gonna start it on this day, but just some ideas that I have. I'm planning a trip to Keepsakes for this weekend, so I wanted to kind of go through my stash and see what I needed to get, because it's like an hour and a half away from my house, so I need to go in there with a plan, you know, because it's not always the most convenient place to go, but it is the closest stitching shop, so whatever. But I have 4 projects to tell you guys about that I'm super excited to start on, and the first is actually a Christmas piece. I'm starting it out of season because I'm so excited about this idea, and I want to get it done in order to be a Christmas gift for this Christmas 2024. And so it's a design from the Alma Lynn Designs leaflet book, and it's the Santas to Please and ABCs book, number ALX 96. And the pattern that I'm doing out of this is the Santa alphabet, which you can kind of see in this top corner. Is just, they have each letter with a different Santa like leaning against it. And so I am going to use that alphabet to spell out Hess, which is Graham's last name, soon to be my last name in like 2 years. And so I want to make like a little Hess Christmas sign. The first one I'm going to make is going to be for his parents for Christmas. Hopefully I didn't just ruin a surprise. I don't know if his mom watches these. But yeah, so I want to do it for them for Christmas, and I was going through my fabric stash, and I think I settled on 32 count taupe Lugana, which is the same as Autumn in the City, but TBD, I need to look at floss more in depth. I pulled a couple of the colors, and the greens are gorgeous on this. It's like 501, 502, 503, but the like main color that it calls for the letters blends in a little bit, so I'm probably gonna stitch it white, even though I hate stitching white. I hate it, but I don't know yet. So this is on the to bring to Keepsakes list to find floss for. And it's also nice that his name is only 4 letters long, so it won't be too humongo. The next Bring to Keepsakes item that I have is Let's Make Memories by Imaginating. And you may have seen this pattern if you watch Megan over at Georgia Girl Stitching. She stitched this a while back now. I don't remember exactly how long ago, but I'm super excited. When I saw her stitch this, I knew I wanted to stitch it for somebody for a gift. And I'm hoping to have this done by that person's birthday or Christmas this year. But I don't have any floss, I don't have any fabric, so gotta figure that out this weekend. I really don't know. I definitely want to do it on the linen because I don't like the look of Ada on the wall, but I don't know if I want to go for like a sparkly, if I want to go for a white, if I want to go for an off-white or gray or what. So I'm gonna see what the ladies at Keepsakes think, / what I think when I pull all the fabric out of the bins. The next chart is Cherished Dreams by Leisure Arts. This is an old leaflet from like, I looked before I sat down, I think it was 1989. And this was another chart that's passed down by my grandma. And it's just a gorgeous little fence and flowers, and it's so just sweet. And this has a ton of colors. I think I did them, oh no, I'm thinking of another one. This still has a ton of colors though. So I don't know when I'm gonna start it, but I think I'm gonna do this 25 count Lugana. I thrifted this at Goodwill a couple of years ago. It's kind of a weird color though, so I need to pull the floss and see if I like this color. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna kit it up this weekend because it's a lot of floss, and it's not as high priority as these 2 that I want to have as gifts. but I at least want to start thinking about it. So let's see how this looks. I feel like the lighter colors would look nice on this like brownish color, but it's just hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's like a yucky brown or a nice brown. The last chart that I want to start this year is Jacques View. I have shown this before. I thrifted this at Lex Creative Reuse, and it is a full coverage little European kitty. I love it. It's so cute. The designer is Graphs by Barbara and Cheryl Inc. That's all it says on the back. It's leaflet number 35 if you're interested or can track it down. And this, I just have some Easy Grid in my stash, so this is what I'm gonna use. I thrifted it at Goodwill for like 99 cents a while back, and I'm finally gonna use it. It's the perfect size. I just measured yesterday, but this one has literally 72 colors in it. It's massive. This is the list of colors. So definitely will not be hitting this one up completely this weekend, but I might just get like the colors that are on the doors or something as a place to start, but we'll see. We'll see, but it's on the 2024 start list for sure, because I think it's so sweet, and the kitty reminds me of Sybil, and yeah, so that is everything. Like I said, ton of stuff, more than I usually have, I think. So I hope you guys enjoyed. In 2024, I'm going to be filming Flosstubes once a month. I don't have a set week of the month. It's just gonna kind of vary. I'm in grad school, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm, you know, living life to the fullest. So just however the schedule allows over the next year, we'll just try to get 1 video up a month, show you guys what I've been working on. It'll vary, I think, how many projects I'm working on, but we'll just see as time goes how the projects progress. Looks like Sybil's coming over to say hello again before we leave. Can you say hello? You can probably hear her saying, no, I don't want to. But I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you guys in my next update.